to episode 198. Welcome from the queen of rock and roll, Stevie Nicks. That's right. Okay. Let's put Stevie back over here. So many things, Hermits. Wow, what a crazy week. What a crazy week. First of all, well, what are we drinking? This is a pub beer lager from 10 Barrel Brewing Company from Bend, Oregon, which came from INTRO.Kathleen. And in a University of Utah pint glass. From Utah Termite Joy. So that's what I'm drinking.
Utah Utes.
The Utah Utes, yeah. Dry campus.
Good for you. You survived.
As Rocky Laporte would say, good for you. I don't even want to say that people maybe or may not snuck liquor in there because I don't want people to get in trouble. I don't want the people to not book me back. But we had a wonderful time at the show. And I did put on Instagram, somebody had a pumpkin and they carved out the top and then put a bag of beer in the pumpkin.
So great.
I've never had a bag of beer. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to open this. And it's probably in the notes who brought it, but it was.
I couldn't find a card.
Oh, with no card?
I couldn't find a card.
Well, they got on Instagram.
It was great.
It's a shout out. Before I even get it, so let's start with last night. Did a benefit at the Ryman.
Cool.
For
what?
For the hurricane relief.
That's nice.
Yeah. Monday's great because we're all home. Everybody's in town. And it was Nate Bargatze. That's what I say now. It's Bargatze or something. I can't keep
Bargatze.
I guess I've never said it right. No. Leanne Morgan, who I love.
She's cool.
I met her husband, who's a big fan of mine. Nice. So, yeah, that was nice to hear. He's a gigantic man. He's 7'9" at least. But Leanne's really tall. Dusty Slay. One of my favorites, John Christ.
Yep.
I always say that wrong because sometimes he did Christian things. I thought he was Christ.
That would be ideal.
It wouldn't it be ideal if you were a Christian comic and your name was John Christ?
Christ.
Yeah, it's Christ. He's always very friendly. There were so many people. Charlie Barron's, great, Wisconsin.
Doing a podcast with him?
I did a podcast with him called Cripes Podcast, but it's not ready yet. Cripes Cast.
That's it.
Wow, I can't keep it straight. I do way too many of them. But his was good because it's very Midwest-centric.
Cool.
We were the two Midwesties people. Everybody else on there is pretty Southern. Yeah. And I could tell Leanne's crowd and John's crowd when I busted out with my Catholic jokes, there was a lot of confusion. Like, that kind of confusion would not happen in Boston. Kind of confusion. And I'm like, just stick with me, Christian people. They did laugh really hard, though, when I said it. I moved to the South, and I immediately found out that as a Catholic, I am not a Christian. I had no idea. Breaking news to me. And they all laugh because they think that. Right. They're just like, ugh.
Welcome.
But it was a really fun time. And a little singer, Lainey, she sang, not Lainey Wilson, a newer one. Very nice young person. The children backstage. I'm forgetting somebody, though. John, Dusty, Leanne, me. Oh, Karen.
Karen Mills.
Yeah. Karen was great. She emceed. That's the hardest part of the night. That's the suckiest job of all because you have to pay attention all night.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with my set. Now I can just enjoy the other comedians and grab a beer and not have to think about it anymore. And Nate, I said Nate. But, yeah, I think they raised $130,000. That'll go to Eastern Tennessee and North Carolina, too, I guess. Yep. I don't know. Some fund. But they still brought out the giant check. And I'm like, are we still doing the giant check thing? That's like from a game show in the 70s. Like, can we just do a giant QR code? Right. And then you can donate more and put like 130 or whatever was raised. Hi, baby cat. Did you come for the podcast?
Yeah.
Are you needing my Day of the Dead blanket? Jeez. Don't ruin it. Just get comfortable.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I just got a shitty look for the reprimanding.
Yeah.
So that was a great time. Little Dorf was there. All the Dorfs were there. Yay for the Dorfins. But you know what? You really want to hear something funny? Okay. So you had an email went around. What would you like backstage?
Yeah.
I said, as I always say, 6 Miller Lite.
Yep.
That's all I put. Or Mick Ultra. But I bring my own bottle of water, and occasionally I want a soda. But everybody else said like herbal tea, and somebody wanted a sushi roll. I'm like, that's chicken breast. But it was all healthy schmelthy. And I thought, okay, I think everybody is afraid in type to put what they really want. I look like the only alcoholic in this email string. And me and Leanna, the oldest, and I look like a crazy person. And I told Dorf, I go, by the time I get down there backstage, if I don't make it by 6:15, if I get caught in traffic at 6:30, I guarantee you my beer will already be broken into. Everyone's lying. Everybody's lying. And sure enough, I get there and there's 3 left. I'm like, there's already 3 gone. Show hasn't even started. And I'll be, I don't care. You guys get drink. We'll go get more.
Yeah.
It's just that all of you are too chicken shit
I like
to just
beer.
put it down in writing. I like beer. And I didn't even ask for wine because then they'll go get something weird and I won't drink it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, if anything, I just bring my own wine.
you do.
Yeah.
BYOW.
But yeah, it's so much easier than going back and forth. There's a runner. They always call it a runner. There's a child that has to go out and buy all this shit. You know, and I don't want some 25-year-old going in the wine store going, now what's a Pinot Noir? You know, no. I'll just bring my own. It's so easy. Anyway, what are we eating? Well, before I get to Utah and all that, what are we eating? Well, this is interesting. I love a Kit Kat. They had a giant bowl of candy backstage last night, too, and I ate a lot of that. This is a chocolate frosted donut Kit Kat.
Who sent it?
Michael from Pawnee, New York.
Nice.
Huh.
Good.
It is good.
That took a while.
Well,
Yeah.
and it does taste like a chocolate donut.
Okay.
I think I prefer the other kind of Kit Kats if I had to choose.
All right.
But if I didn't have a donut,
Work of the Lord.
this works great.
Yeah. Great.
Equal exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Michael.
Yeah. Look at them thinking of more flavors. Crispy wafer and donut flavored milk chocolate and cream, blah, blah. I like it.
Cream blah blah.
Blah, blah. All right. So my friends Bob and Clark, research assistants, came to Utah
Fun.
for a little getaway. And I'll tell you where we went and everything. But Clark found this Korean store in California that has Lay's potato chips, but they're in like crazy flavors. He brought me like 10. This is Italian red meat flavor.
Okay. Huh. Brace yourself. Mm-hmm. Korean, Italian.
Oh my God.
Good.
Yeah. I said, what kind of, this is a Korean grocery store? He said, no, it's like one of those box stores. There's only certain things you can get in there. Like, you can't go in there with the idea, I'm going to shop for what I want. You're just going to take what they have.
Here's what's happening.
These are really good.
Wow, great.
Like A+++.
Wow.
Yeah,
Maybe we should get them in the States.
we should. It's a hit. This flavor's a hit. Look at there's Korean writing all over the bag.
I like it.
Sadly for them, the nutritional facts are the same. 0. Wow.
These have no nutritional value.
That's really good. I'm saving those.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, all right. And then we're going to try some Korean peach Oreos. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go for this, but Clark and oh, they're in tiny packs within a pack. Oh, shoot, I don't think I have any. Oh, I don't need scissors. Peach. Oh, my God, my dad would call this blasphemy. Oh, no.
No?
Terrible. Even if you like peaches. Nope, stick with the Italian red meat Lay's potato chips. These are terrible.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad he bought them, though. Clark lugged that all the way from L.A. on a plane. And then because of the altitude and everything, the bags expanded to, yeah. Last thing, then we're moving on. Goldfish. I love a goldfish. Well, they make little crisp fish that are salt and vinegar.
Nice. Who brought those?
Unknown Mormites.
Mormons. Oh, the Mormons.
Mormon termites.
Yeah.
I met a couple backstage. They're not Mormons anymore, though. But they were raised in, they call it LDS. I'm not supposed to say Mormon.
Latter-day Saints. Yeah.
Latter-day Saints. As compared to the early saints,
Right. Yeah.
which I think the Catholics have claimed.
Exactly.
Because
All of them.
all of them.
All of
Because we decided who was and who wasn't. We're still deciding.
Yeah.
You'll never catch up.
No.
Dear Christians, leave the saints to us. You will
good.
never catch up.
No.
Light and airy.
Do you feel that? You like the Italian ones better?
These are pretty good.
Okay.
But it would weird me out if I saw yellow ones and they're not orange.
True.
They're okay. But you spend your calories better on an actual salt and vinegar potato chip.
Okay.
No.
Good to know.
Not bad, though. If there was a bowl backstage and that's all there was, I'd eat it. We'll put it that way.
Great.
Well, that gives it a B- at least. All right, where am I going? This weekend, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina.
Fun.
Then November 9th, Nashville, the Ryman, where I just was last night, but I couldn't put my name on the poster because I have my real show, and then you don't want,
Sneaky.
very sneaky. November 15th and 16th, Boston.
Fun.
Which, by the way, if you didn't tape the 2-hour Dateline about the
Karen Reed.
the Karen Reed, the accidental murder or the real murder,
Fantastic.
I don't know, but the accents in it, it's my favorite act. It is the funniest accent. Take a hard look at the evidence. It's just so, you don't see that coming out of this judge's mouth.
No.
This is going to be had. Please regroup. It's just the best. So I'll be in Boston for 2 nights. That's great. Then El Cajon. That's almost sold out if it's not. Riverside. I need more Riverside Ermites. Inland Empire termites. Let's get on it. Yeah. December 6th, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. And then the 7th, Ben Salem. That's Parks Casino. That's always a fun gig.
Fun.
Did I forget anybody? I feel like I forgot. Utah. Never been to Park City. Could not believe how awesome it was. And their liquor laws seem to be, well, they're not normal there either. No. I have an article about Utah liquor laws. I've never been somewhere so confusing. I guess if you're raised with these laws, you just go, oh, that's what it is. Well, no, termites. It's not like that everywhere. You don't have to live in this prison that you're in.
Right.
You don't have to live in a communist nation. You can escape and come to freedom. Just cross the line and get into Missouri or Tennessee. But they confuse you. Right. I got caught with the drink in the room thing again, where I went down to the bar because I knew Bob and Clark were coming, so I was going to order 3 drinks and then have it ready for them. And then I ordered them, and then she's like, you can't take them to the room. You also can't order it in a restaurant without food.
What?
Yes. And then they like vodka, so I stopped at a state-run liquor store because but they don't sell wine. Now, sometimes that's at the grocery store, and they sell high percentage beers, but not regular beer, like low percentage, like a Miller Lite or a Bud Light or a Mick Ultra. They don't have that.
That's ridiculous.
You have to, and then all these termites are trying to explain it all to me, and I'm like, in the Midwest, you can go in a gas station and buy whatever you need for the night. Now, the wine ain't gonna be that good. You'd probably be better going somewhere fancy, but Park City was crazy nice. And it's so much closer than the Colorado ski towns. Like, I'm not a skier.
I love Park
I would go in the off season and golf and hike and drink and drink. There's a wonderful little Irish. There's only one main street, and I found 2 Banksy paintings.
What?
In Park City.
I saw
10
that.
years ago in 2010, Banksy went to the film festival. Robert Redford's Fancy Sundance. That's where they have it, and he busted out and painted 2. Well, he painted more than that, but a couple got destroyed. But these have bulletproof glass in front of them. Who would have thought? I never thought I'd see a Banksy in my life unless I went to England.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Good for them. And then down to Salt Lake, which the show was great. I mean, they were so excited. Even Michael, the opener, Palisak, he's very funny. He was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I go, I know. They're really excited that their little Catholic leprechaun has showed up. And
That's fun.
yeah, so these are some of their liquor laws. This was a dry campus, which I don't know. And I go, why am I working there? And they're like, that's where everybody goes, Kathleen. Well, maybe everybody, whoever that includes.
Right.
Why don't we have a talk? But it was wonderful. And it's a beautiful theater, and it wasn't that hard. Usually, sometimes at college campus, it's difficult to find the deal. It was easy peasy. Many visitors come to Utah and ask, where can I get a drink around here? This is so weird. Utahns, that's what they're called, Utahns,
The Utahns.
per capita consume 17.7 gallons of alcoholic beverages per year. By the way, the new Utah NHL team was playing Boston. So all the Bassett folks are in town, and they all got their brewing stuff on, and I thought, this city is going to blow their mind. They're from a city from, the 1500s.
Yeah.
And Salt Lake City looks brand spanking new. And driving around, I'm like, you want your city to be clean.
Right.
but this is a little too clean. It's a little creepy. Like, what's really going on here? I'm sure the Boston people, it probably looked like an IKEA pop-up city to them because there's no, I mean, the Mormon temple, but that's under construction. FYI, if you were ever thinking about doing that, don't go till 2026.
Really?
You can't get near it. Nope.
God.
There's so much construction, whatever, fixing stuff. So the Utah Department of Alcoholic Beverages Service, which operates 50 state-run liquor stores, oversees licenses of different sorts for blah, blah, blah. So somebody's definitely drinking around here. Grocery stores and convenience stores can sell their beer with 5% alcohol by volume or less 7 days a week. Strong beers are only available at the state. So that's what I'm saying. Like the IPAs and stuff are available at that state-run. But I'm like, where's your Mick Ultra?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't sell that here. Oh, my God. Can we just say you get beer or wine? I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So I'm going to have to stop 3 times. 3 times before I go up that mountain to make sure I got what I need. Stronger beers are available only at the state-run liquor stores. Find the 8 out of 51 that have refrigeration cases.
Oh.
So they're not selling cold beer either. Only 8.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay.
The others you're getting... Or you could go to a brew pub where they make beer themselves.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Grocery stores can't sell wine. That's why Trader Joe's didn't expand into Utah until 2013. Spirits, could we stop using the word spirits?
Spirits.
AKA the hard stuff, can be bought at bars and some restaurants or a state-run liquor store. However, you can only buy a drink in a restaurant if you order food as well.
I think that's crazy.
It could just be an appetizer, but the food is a requirement. There's the other thing. Like, Bob and Clark drink real drinks, like martinis. Like, I just drink beer, wine, mostly.
You like
They measure out your shot. So let's say, like, I did order a Tito's Cosmo, but that's got other stuff in it. So my drink looked normal sized.
Okay.
Because they only get the shot. They come in tiny glasses. tiny martinis.
It's a shot of martini.
The bartender will meter out exactly 1.5 ounces of the liquor and then add liquors. But if you don't add, your drink is like this. It cannot exceed 2.5 ounces. I mean, old timers in Utah, remember when the metered pour was only 1 ounce and the bartenders would serve sidecars, a second shot.
Old timers.
That's what they wrote. In the old days, they had the mini bottles, like South Carolina, I believe, still has in some bars. The state has outlawed mini bottles for general sale. Well, just get on a plane. I'll get you all you need. Oh, my God. Before 2017, Utah law required restaurants to erect physical barriers between diners and the areas where the drinks are prepared. Somebody told me about that. They had to hide behind a wall.
So you don't know.
The state and religion, separate. Let's separate. No, what are we doing? It was just in 2013. No, in 2023, they made it legal for restaurants to let customers carry their own drinks from the bar to the dining area. So let's say...
Stop it.
Let's say you're waiting on your table and you're in the fun bar and you have a drink and then they go, oh, your table's ready. Your thing goes off. You have to slam it or leave it and hope for your butler to come. Who's going to come get it? I already got it from the bartender. She can't leave the bar. This is so crazy. What do they think is going to fucking happen?
Don't know.
Look at Kathleen. Oh, my God. Look at Kathleen. She's walking her beer into the restaurant. Shit's going to go down.
Get her.
Oh, my God. Home brewing is legal. Well, try to stop us. What's in your bathtub? Nothing.
Home brewing.
Oh, it's also legal to carry a case of alcohol, but no more than that, to your house from out of state, but only if it's for personal consumption. Joining a wine club and having wine shipped directly is a felony.
What? Felony. Is that your Pinot Noir?
You've set up such strict liquor laws. You think we're just going to have our own black market? Then, why did you do that? Why are you forcing me into a life of crime? Why are you doing that?
That's ridiculous.
Can't you just account for, yes, there's still a ton of Mormons in Utah, but there's a lot of non-Mormons, and we would just like to live freely in a beautiful state. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
That's really funny.
I get to states like that, and I'm like, oh my God. Moving on. We're moving on. I had a great time, though, and I want to go back. I'd like to do 2 shows and spend a Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. Note to Utahns. So much Queen
What else
news.
did you do in Park City?
Park City, I drank.
You saw Banksy's.
Yeah.
What else did you do?
I don't know if I did anything. I did my Utah liquor laws. Hold on. I wrote it down. Nothing.
So you liked it?
Oh, Park City. Yeah. It's like a ski town, and I love being in a ski town where I don't ski
Right.
because I don't feel possessed.
Okay.
Because then I get obsessed and possessed. If it's where I want to be, like, then I'd be all about that.
That's cool.
Yeah, there was a fun Irish bar, Flanagan's, right on the main drag,
Cool.
and then my sister-in-law, Amy, told me to go in this knife store, like kitchen knives, which I don't,
Cook.
but whatever.
You don't cook.
I don't cook. I don't know anything about knives. I thought they just gave you a free pair of scissors in those blocks, and I was using it to open boxes from Amazon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she was like,
Kitchen shears.
Kathleen, those are for. I'm like, well, here's the thing. They were great as scissors. Why would I ever cut meat? I don't cook. But the knife store was very fancy. I'm like, I didn't buy the knives there. I'll get them online. Or more or less, I'll go get to the outlet mall and find a Wusthof outlet.
The outlet mall. Okay.
We had one in the Ozarks. It closed. Very sad. Queen news. Oh, my God. Chapel's been quiet this week.
Yes.
Yeah, you just simmer down. Be quiet.
break.
Cher was everywhere. Well, before I get to Cher, I should save that because I need to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So we'll do that one last.
Okay.
Jelly Roll was there too. Okay. Tom Brady. Where's Tommy? Tay-Tay did her show in Miami, and Tommy was there. A king and a queen. Yeah, he brought his kids.
Cool.
Yeah. My friend was going to one of the Miami shows. I guess it rained and stuff. I didn't see the clips online. I think Tay-Tay's tour's gone on too long.
I don't.
I do.
I think it should keep going.
I think they booked it. This is insane. This is crazy. This woman is still out here doing this. I cannot get my head around it.
I haven't seen her for a year. Time to go back.
Time to go back?
Yeah, I wanna go
When
back.
does she get time off? This is crazy. She's doing 4 hours a night. Jesus Christ.
She's having fun.
But Tommy Salami, so he bought into the Raiders.
Right.
He is now an NFL owner. They approved it.
Right.
He's a part owner. It doesn't say how much he gave. Nobody knows that amount. I'm sure Goodell. But here's the problem.
Okay.
Tommy is an announcer.
He is.
Well, Tom Brady's NFL restriction as a Raiders co-owner make it impossible for him to be a successful broadcaster. Now, I watched the game he broadcast this past Sunday. I think he did Chiefs 49ers, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. It was
He needs to calm down. I love Tommy. Well, this is a new gig for him. He has so much information flying out of his mouth so quickly that it's getting lost. Like, I want to tell him, calm down. You don't have to say something every minute, but other than that, I like it. I think he's got good stuff to say. He's just nervous, I think. I think he's too hyper. Like, let's just bring this down. Calm down.
I think he wants to go play.
He probably does want to go play, and he should go play.
He should go play.
Everyone's hurt.
Yeah.
And my fantasy team took a hit, and I dropped from first to third.
Oh, no.
Oh, so many injuries. And then I wake up on Tuesday, and I think, oh, shit, I got to go get all these people. And then I always think, what if this was real? What if I'm Andy Reid? And I wake up and go, what happened to so-and-so? Shit. Well, now what?
Receiver.
Aaron Rodgers, by the way, completely ate shit again. And I have 2 joys in Sunday football. Watching the Cowboys eat shit while Jerry Jones is sitting there and it's his birthday. I mean, it can't get any better than that. And watching Aaron Jones, who blames everybody.
Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, Aaron Jones is actually really good. He's running back. I had him a couple seasons. I wish I could get him again. Aaron Rodgers, here's the problem. All owners wake up. If you're going to hire the old guy, the 40-something, And then he's going to start making demands. So he makes it his little team. And he wants all of his whoobies back from Green Bay. Okay, here's Alan Lazard. Here's Devontae.
Yeah.
Devontae quit the Raiders. And you're trying to recreate something that
Can't be recreated.
existed years ago and it can't be recreated. When you were a young man and you used to be able to run, remember that, Aaron? You could run when you got the ball and you feared for your life. You could run. And those things aren't really working so much. They've made a terrible error. And then, okay, give the king everything he wants.
Right.
Here's the problem. Even if you do that, it doesn't work. It's never worked.
No.
Now the young kids are like, he didn't even show up to mini camp. Like, how do you respect that guy?
It's terrible.
It was a wonderful Sunday. When Fox hired Tom Brady to be the lead NFL analyst, and the move made sense, even if it meant demoting a great talent like Greg Olsen. I liked Greg a lot. He was good.
It was great.
Brady is the best quarterback to ever play, and having recently retired, he'd theoretically bring enormous familiarity and expertise. This hasn't actually played out that well in the first few weeks, and it's almost certainly to get worse. He's no longer allowed to be honest with his audience. On Tuesday, they approved it, but here's some rules he can't do anymore. Let's see if I got to it. He won't be allowed, according to ESPN, because he's an owner of a team. He will not be allowed in non-Raiders facilities besides the stadiums.
Okay.
So he can't watch practices.
Okay.
He can't attend broadcasting production meetings in any capacity.
Oh my God.
Right.
He's going to be terrible at this.
Which is a massive restriction on an announcer, as those meetings are used to craft talking points and insight to carry a broadcast for 3+ hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I became friends with Greg Gumbel, and he would tell me what they had to do before a game. I didn't have any idea there was that much work put involved.
And your friend
There-
Ken.
And my friend Ken, there's a lot of work. He also can't criticize game officials or other teams. I mean, this is how did this get allowed with the gig?
Right.
You either take the job or take this, but this is crazy.
Yeah. Well, he used the money from Fox to pay for this.
He potentially would have to watch game-changing missed calls and either stay quiet or defect blame away from the refs.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron said that the young people in the locker room should quit listening to the media. He blamed the media out of the gig, or at least put some sort of onus on them.
My
Aaron,
interception
you're
was
the
your
leader. If they're listening to the media over you, that's your fault,
Exactly.
not their fault. I don't know. He's getting $375 million over a decade to do this, and now you took this gig and you can't be in a production meeting? I mean, good for Tom.
Yeah.
If you can work that out. Oh, great. I don't have to be in production meetings? Fantastic. Snoop Dogg, is he still out?
He's behind you.
Yeah, Snoop is going to do a biopic, and he's looking for a young actor to play him.
Cool.
So if you look or think you're an actor that can pull off Snoop, he wants somebody to embody the spirit when I was young, rough around the edges, trying to discover who I was. And that, to me, is going to be a phenomenal actor.
I like it.
There you go. Termites? You got any Snoops out there? Okay, let's talk about, because this involves a king and a queen,
Okay.
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show. Now, it's on Disney Plus, which I still had to download again.
Yeah.
And
It's dumb.
I don't have kids. I don't want Disney Plus. But whatever, I wanted to see it. And word up, it's 5.5 hours long.
Julia Roberts went on.
Oh, Julia Roberts. Well, I'll get to that. Yeah, stop. Don't give actors a microphone without a script.
Right.
That's always been my little theory on that. 5.5 hours, but you can fast forward through the parts that you don't care about.
Right.
And it's definitely worth it. However, the sound was horrible for everyone involved. Jelly Roll, my King Jelly, so Ozzy Osbourne was getting put in as Ozzy as compared to being in the band. And he sang Mama, I'm Coming Home. And I love that song. But there were some off-key moments that were pretty glaring. But then Cher sang with Dua Lipa and then by herself, and there were off-key moments there too.
Yeah.
And even when you got up to present or say something about somebody, they had to lean in to the mic, bend down, and then they're all like, can you guys hear me? They could not hear themselves.
Wow.
The band, but somebody put on something online. This is the thing. And then I remembered it last year. It was horrible too. It's like the house band is not on key and they're louder, and the house band's made up of famous people, but maybe they don't always play with those other people.
Right.
And so Jelly Roll got so upset because he got, I guess, a lot of bad comments. He wrote on Twitter, X, whatever. This is for sure the most toxic, negative app to exist ever, period. This place is different, man. I always heard it was a Wild West on here, but man, it's insane. It's a safe place for everyone to say mean shit to each other with no consequences.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Please refer to my joke of 10 years ago. Yeah, Twitter could be, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I mean, I agree. It's gotten a lot worse. It's way worse. It's toxic. But I stay on it because other people are on it that I like.
Right.
And then I don't want to give in to Elon. I'm in an Irish standoff with him, and he doesn't know it.
No,
But I am.
I don't think he knows that.
Cher's performance, I thought, by far was the best.
She's amazing.
It's amazing.
How old is she?
78.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I Googled it. And she came out and looked great. And if I could turn back time, there's just no way you can't like Cher.
No.
Some other inductees that were, I really can't remember who else was out there. Dave Matthews, and they let Julia Roberts do the intro. Holy shit, it goes on for like 12 to 15 minutes of how much she has a Dave shirt on. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige's was great, and Mary J. Blige killed it.
Yeah.
Again, though, there were sound issues. The ultimate irony that this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right. It's all about
Of all the people in the world that should get the sound right, you guys should.
Exactly.
And it's not right. Who else? Because I watched most of it.
Foreigner.
Foreigner. I never
Cool again.
liked Foreigner. People get really... I know the guy's got a great voice. I get it. It's just like, I want to know what love is. I didn't like the... I don't know. But they deserved it. Cool and the Gang deserved it.
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest deserved it.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy's the best.
So great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama, I'm coming home.
So great.
The guy, lead singer from Tool, sang Crazy Train.
It's great.
That was good.
Yeah.
I don't know how he overcame all the sound issues that everybody else clearly could not.
He became the sound.
Was there somebody else?
Peter Frampton.
Oh, Peter Frampton. Yeah, and he seems like a very nice man on social media. I've never met the man, but
Yeah.
very likable.
I don't follow.
You don't follow Peter Frampton?
No, I don't. I will.
Moving on. Update. Oh, my God. So the Sphere in Las Vegas, me and my friend Lorene call that our leader because I wait for it to do things when the children are programming. What's it going to be today? And then I get all excited. Last week, it was a giant pumpkin. It was perfect.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Well, the world is getting a second one. We're getting a second Sphere.
Cool.
Yep. The massive $2.3 billion Vegas one opened in 2023 as the gambling capital's most expensive entertainment venue. The high-resolution screens, blah, blah, blah. That place holds 17,500.
Really?
The other one will be built in the United Arab Emirates, which means I will most likely never see it.
Oh, Dubai's cool.
I'm not going to Dubai.
I've been there. It's great.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Pedals. There's too many other things I need to do before I'm dead.
Okay.
Dubai's not on there.
No, it's not on your list?
Not at all.
No.
No. It seems like a jacked up Miami.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's the world's beautiful people.
It is.
I don't want to meet the world's beautiful
In
people.
the middle of an ashtray.
The sand. I don't do well in a desert. I'll have a headache the whole time.
Well, it'll be bad.
Yeah, and then I'll be wondering, as a woman, can I go do this by myself? Or am I going to get in trouble? Some bullshit, a ticket? I don't know. They're going to bring a Sphere to Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
It didn't say where it would be built in the capital. They just did not immediate. They're not responding to questions.
Not,
See, we're,
not in Dubai. Abu Dhabi.
well, it says United Arab Emirates and then built in the Emirati capital. Abu Dhabi's Department of Culture and Tourism announced it.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's, yeah, I didn't read that right.
Okay.
Abu Dhabi's been trying to differentiate itself as a travel destination from neighboring Dubai. So maybe it is going to Abu Dhabi. I don't know why every time I say Abu Dhabi, I sound like a Flintstone to myself, but I do. Yeah, I don't need to go to this.
No. You don't.
No, but if you're over there for work or something, just know there's another one coming.
It's great.
It's exciting. Update! Oh my God, Clark was so excited when I told him this. Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm so fascinated with the whole life cycle of Bed Bath & Beyond.
It's crazy.
I know. Well, they're returning to brick and mortar stores inside a rival store.
What? What does it even mean?
They're going to be inside the Container Store.
Stop it. Yes. Oh my God.
Here's the thing about the Container Store. To me, I've gone in and there's, usually on the road, like, I should go in there, like a long time ago. And I see the cool stuff and I bought what I liked, but now I have my container. I don't know why I would go back.
No.
Why would I throw out what I bought that I liked to go get another container? At some point, you should have enough containers.
You should.
It's not a thing that keeps on going.
It's like Tupperware.
Yeah, you get your amount of Tupperware and you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Bed Bath & Beyond is coming to a physical store near you after going out of business last year. But this time it's taking up space at a rival. Beyond Inc., which bought the defunct retailer out of bankruptcy, bought him out of bankruptcy, is investing $40 million in the Container Store and giving the home goods and former competitor a much-needed lifeline as it struggles with its own financial issues. Right. Because you're selling what is a finite amount of things.
Right.
I don't know. It's like saying, do you have your forks? Yeah, I got forks. I don't need more forks. As part of the investment, Bed Bath & Beyond branded kitchen, bath, and bedroom products will be sold at the Container Store, 102 locations. The partnership aims to improve customer experience, both utilizing both the icon Bed Bath & Beyond and Container Store names, a press release said, which are two of the most recognizable names that have fallen into a financial mess. So you know what? Let's take two homeless people's shopping carts and put them together. There we go. Now we got a big, giant shopping cart full of junk. Yep. Just see if there's anything else in here. No. So if you like the Bed Bath & Beyond products, I don't think this is the answer.
No.
Once again, put a bar in there. That's always my fallback plan.
Exactly.
Let's go have a drink at the Container Store. And then maybe I'll go, you know what? I could use one more plastic giddy up thing there. Maybe.
It's great.
There's a lot of business news this week, but it's all very real and it matters to normal people.
Excellent.
But wait a second. I have to back up.
Okay.
After the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Okay.
I need to talk about two things that I watched. I watched The Academy of Lies. I think it was on Hulu. Can you Google that?
Anatomy of Lies.
Anatomy of Lies? Academy?
Anatomy
of Lies. Anatomy. Sorry. Anatomy. This is about a complete, full-blown
Wow, yeah.
sociopath who lied about the amount of things this person lied about.
It's on Peacock.
Oh, it was on Peacock. Yeah.
It was done by Vanity Fair.
The Vanity Fair article, too, is what exposed. She was the head writer for Grey's Anatomy. And everything this lady says is a lie. And then she gets involved with this other lady, and that's all a lie. And it's just one of the craziest things.
Involved, like, in a relationship.
In a relationship with that lady, yeah, and her kids. But it was the lying that nobody in the office ever went, I forget what her name was. Elizabeth, I think.
Elizabeth.
Hey, isn't it weird?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that all these tragic things, every time there's a tragedy, somehow Elizabeth is personally connected. The Jewish temple in Pittsburgh that got bombed.
Finchy. Remember?
Finchy, yeah.
She goes by Finchy.
She said that she had to fly there to help clean up bodies in the temple. First of all, that would never be allowed. I can't believe nobody at Grey's Anatomy, or maybe they did, whenever there's a rumor going around the office, but nobody has the power to call her out on it. And she didn't really commit a crime. It's just like a crazy...
She did commit crimes.
Well, she didn't commit crimes. She did things you could get fired for.
True. Yeah.
But is it a crime to just keep lying your ass off about enormous tragedies?
Sociopath.
Well, I don't know if she's diagnosed as a sociopath, but it is definitely sociopathic
I'm diagnosing her.
behavior. You're okay. Paddles is diagnosed.
She deserves the death
Finchy.
penalty.
Yeah, and I guarantee you she'll get a job in LA again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Just gotta wait it out.
That's when we've become too soft.
Woke.
Well, yeah.
Too woke.
Like, you're just going to let this, like, she took off all this time from work. Then she said her brother committed suicide. That wasn't even true. The guy's alive. He's a doctor somewhere. But it took off all this work. Everybody has to work around her schedule. Mm-hmm. It's just a fascinating thing. And it's only 3 episodes, I think.
It is.
Well worth a watch if you're into crazy people's behavior.
Put it in the notes.
The other thing I watched was the Dateline about the Karen Reed trial.
I'm obsessed with that.
I'm obsessed with it. Me and my sister have laughed. It's not funny. There's a dead man. I get it. But the things that this group of people thought were normal, the first bar they went to, and the lady who may or may not have hit her boyfriend John with a car. Mm-hmm. Problem is, nobody knows anything because everybody was so drunk all night drunk. The first bar, they have her on video, 9 drinks.
9?
What?
She's a tiny person.
She weighs 100 pounds. Then she gets in a giant SUV and drives to the next bar.
Oh my God.
And because they're all cops or friends of cops, they walk out of with a drink, which you're not supposed to do anywhere, and then took that drink into another bar. I am fascinated with the amount of drinking because I was like, are these guys like in their 20s?
Right.
Like, I Googled it. Even that would be extreme. I don't know how she's still standing up. But also, have we proven those are drinks?
Right.
What if it was just tonic water?
Right. Yeah.
Use your Jack Madigan lawyer brains here. Yeah. Have we interviewed the bartenders? I haven't heard that.
Nope.
Do you remember this night years ago? Did you give this tiny lady 9 alcoholic drinks? Or what if it was just a 7-Up? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think they proved that part.
She doesn't seem to be a 7-Up.
No, I think she had 9 drinks. I definitely think. And I'm like, props, lady. I would not be standing, especially hard liquor.
No.
Yeah. Give me a double Bud Light. It was a crazy amount. If you've never heard of this, Google it. If you're a crime person, you'll never get out of it.
It's a podcast.
She's being retried in January of 2025.
You talked about it in Hampton Beach.
I did it in Hampton Beach because all of a sudden all these people in just a regular beach bar started staring at the TV in the middle of the day. And I'm like, what? There's no sports on. There's nothing. It was the announcement that the prosecution's the state is going after her again. And super stupid. This is now personal because she was cleared by that jury of 2 of the 3 charges. They've all said that. We all voted unanimously on 2, couldn't decide on the 3rd. So then they declared the whole thing a mistrial. Right. Well, you already struck out on 2. My feeling is I do not know what happened that night. I know for sure no one's proved to me that Karen did it.
No. It's terrible.
I have drunk relatives that I know for sure could do things and wake up and not remember them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
On occasion, I've done the same. Thankfully, I just don't do anything crazy.
Right.
Because I said to my sister, it's like when we all would get too drunk at the lake, and then the next day somebody would go, hey, remember when, Tom did blah, blah, and then we all go, yeah, right. But we're not sure either then.
No.
We're just, there's a bunch of people in this house. The strangest thing, for those of you so supposedly, they go to this after party. It's now 1:30 in the morning. They're still drinking. It's going on. They moved bars. Everyone's driving.
Oh, God.
She's my size, so she can't see the front or back of that car. It's ridiculous. They should ban that. Yeah. People under 5'2", I shouldn't be allowed to buy that car. It's crazy. It's craziness.
They should be allowed to buy it.
They would just say,
They have a height chart.
there's a height chart. If you're this high, you can buy this car. But if you're shorter, you can't. Unless you let us put seat risers and then blocks on the pedals like my grandma used to have for you to reach the gas.
Oh, my God.
They go to the last party. I'll make this quick in case people don't care about the subject. They go to this after party. It's at a cop's house. There's all kinds of cops partying or whatever. There's a nor'easter. And the nor'easter, it's such a good part of the story. Such a good part. Can you believe you're out drinking and driving in there? God, it's time to hunker down. What's the matter with you?
Talk about the plow driver.
Jesus H. Christ.
God.
Anyway, her and John go in her car. She's driving.
John's the guy that died.
Mm-hmm. He was also a cop.
Okay.
She says that he got out of the car because they weren't sure if the party was still going on or was it winding down.
Right.
She says she looked up. She sees his head go in. And then she looked down at her phone And then she looked up and he was gone. So she assumed he went in the house.
Okay.
Well, a few minutes go by and he's not texting her like, yeah, come in or we're good or nothing. So then she says on Dateline, I called him 50 times. Who does that? 50 times?
50 times.
50. And then I think, because
counted.
this is what my sister said. She goes, well, Kathleen, this is why I think she may have done it. She doesn't, my sister doesn't think she necessarily knows she did it because Drunky the Clown's just flying around in this giant SUV. Christ knows what you've hit or not hit.
Right.
She said, if I drop Matt off and he went in a house and didn't come back out, I'm not leaving him there.
Right.
I said, yes, but those two were fighting all night long. It's freezing. The snow's going sideways. It's a blizzard. It's a true nor'easter. I think he went in. These are all his friends, so she knows he's safe, or at least she believes he's safe. And then he doesn't answer her calls, and he doesn't text, and she says, fuck you, I'm leaving. And she goes home. Now, they're saying, nope, he never went in the house. Here's the weirdest thing to me of the whole entire thing. They find it dead. They find John dead in the snow. Nobody's still told me where in the yard this location is, and it's very bothersome to me. What somebody said he was by a tree line. Well, did he fly from the street to a tree line, or is he by the road?
She said that on the Dateline too.
On the Dateline.
She found him in the bushes.
In the bushes.
Yeah.
Well, then she would have had to back her car through a yard
Keep going.
in inches of snow,
Yeah.
and it's pounding snow. Well,
It's ridiculous.
cops come, ambulance comes, coroner comes, we have a dead body, blah, blah, blah. No one in that house comes out.
Right.
How do you not, hey, honey, there's a dead guy in the front yard. Should we go out?
We're good.
Nah. Or was everybody too drunk and they don't remember, or they're lying that they didn't even hear any of it?
Right. Right.
I don't know. I don't know. The opposing theory is he went in that house. John did. Karen went home. There was some sort of fight because he has dog claw marks all over him, and they had a German Shepherd, which they've since rehomed.
Right.
Okay.
We redistributed.
I think there was a fight, and he accidentally, I think it was all accidental.
Okay.
He got killed, and they threw him out in the snow and tried to blame her.
Yes, I do too.
I'm kind of going with that theory.
Yep.
Or my other theory is Karen did it and has no idea she did it. So when she says I didn't do it, she did keep saying that night, did I hit him? Did I hit him? Why would that enter your mind if you didn't even think? I've never, even drunk, I've never go, did I run over somebody? Like it's a weird thing to pull out of nowhere.
Right.
I don't know. It was a 2-hour Dateline. And then I went down rabbit holes on the internet. My friend Kelly McFarland. Kelly McFarland, she's all into it because she's up in the Northeast. She knows every single thing about it. And she's going to be with me in Spartanburg and Wilmot, and I can't wait to talk about all this. And there's got to be, there's a podcast called The 13th Juror, but I found that one to be too hard. I found an easier one. Yeah, I'll tell you guys what it was, but I forgot.
Okay. I'll put it in the show notes.
Put it in the show notes. Holy shit, they found it. A human foot found on Everest. I'm obsessed with anything Mount Everest.
You really are.
I am. May hold the key to one of mountaineering's greatest mysteries. Yep. When a National Geographic documentary team discovered a boot and a sock sticking out of a melting glacier on Mount Everest in September, they almost immediately realized the significance as a clue to a centuries-old mystery. A label name was stitched onto the woolen sock read A.C. Irvine, revealing it probably belonged to British climber Andrew, quote, Sandy Irvine. Irvine's disappearance in 1924 alongside his compatriot George Mallory is one of mountaineering's biggest mysteries, with a solution that has the potential to change history.
Okay.
The pair disappeared on June 8th. Ooh, that's late.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go up in May, I thought. They disappeared 800 feet below the summit.
Oh.
Yeah. They set off to complete the first documented ascent of the world's tallest mountain.
Okay.
But whether they made it to the summit, becoming thus the first person known to reach it, is still unknown. So they don't even know if they got up there, and were you up there and on your way back?
Right.
Or had you not made it? While Mallory's body was discovered in 1999, neither Irvine's boot nor the camera that the climbers were carrying, which might reveal whether they reached the summit, had ever been found. Until this latest expedition, the Nat Geo team, which included all these people, it doesn't matter. This is when they found the boot. They're waiting on DNA confirmation from the sock, comparing samples with from the foot with of one taken from a family member. It appears the first evidence of his death since his disappearance.
Okay.
It's the real end. It's the real. Well, yeah. Let's get that camera going.
Yeah.
Is that film still gonna work? I doubt it.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You never know, though.
A few days before they found that boot, the team discovered an oxygen cylinder from a 1933 expedition that had also attempted to scale Everest. Though the expedition failed, it had found an ice axe belonging to Irvine on the mountain's northeast ridge, leading the team to speculate that they might be close to his body. Well, you gotta wait for shit to melt.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out. I don't think we'll ever find out if they made it, if they were coming or going. This is just strange news my mom sent me this morning.
Okay.
On my text, it says, Mom, and there's a picture of what I would call, I guess they call it a cast, a footprint that they've poured like cement in to make a cast out of it. And it's a big footprint. And she said, looky here, your friend is in Missouri.
Oh. Good morning, Vicky.
Hello, Mom. You want to call me on this one? As though I Googled it.
Do you want to call me?
So in Missouri, we claim we have a Bigfoot too. Everybody has a Bigfoot. Ours is called Momo for Missouri Monster.
Momo.
And he hangs out mostly in southern Missouri where the Ozark Mountains get really big.
Okay.
And there's 2 creeks that he likes. We know this much as fact. This Missouri man just found these mammoth tracks in his garden, and they are huge. And it's not a bear print. He was able to get this plaster cast made of the print he found about 20 feet away from his onions and watermelon. He is a big man and placed his foot next to the plaster cast for a comparison, and it dwarfs him. Later in the episode, they made an expedition in the nearby Missouri woods and captured this huge heat on one of their signature cameras. So they have one of those heat, and there's just this huge...
Oh.
All right. I don't know what else that would be.
Okay.
If it's a bear, it's an enormous bear. We do have bears, but our bears aren't that big. No. Now, if you go in a Bass Pro Shop and they'll say, here's a Missouri brown bear, I'm taller than it when it stands up.
Yeah.
I think if I have boxing gloves, come on, man.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy said, a couple weeks ago, I heard the first yell from the creature that lives at the back of my property. First time I've heard anything in the 2 years since we've been here. It sounded like part of a Tarzan yell. It was so loud, even though it was approximately 10 plus acres away from where I was standing. Something odd is happening in the southern Missouri woods. While there's no proof as to what this creature is, there are no wildlife species I'm aware of in the state that can explain these occurrences.
Wow.
Right?
That's pretty cool.
I'll stay on top of it, termites.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be something if we finally caught one and we caught it in Missouri versus Washington or Oregon or British Columbia, where they think most of them are?
Yeah.
It'd be a little weird, right?
Totally weird.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Well, speaking of weird animals, since I'm on that, and then, oh my God, this is my favorite story.
Okay.
Wolverines are super rare and hardly ever seen ever by people.
Right.
Well, Eugene, Oregon. Shocked resident films rare wolverine charging down the street. What the fuck? That's what it says in the video.
Cool.
He said Willie gasped as he filmed the rarely seen, and they're not small. I mean, they're not huge, but they're bigger than a fox.
Wow.
Dude, this guy's out of his element. He cried as the hairy-haired animal scampered down the street. He rushed out the door to start filming it. He had initially no idea. I don't think most people would know. No, it would look like a brown, bigger raccoon, maybe?
Yeah.
Weasel, some sort of weasel? A weasel?
Yep.
After a split second, I knew it wasn't a small bear. I realized it was a wolverine. I'd never seen one in real life, just on wildlife shows. Wolverine sightings are exceedingly rare with the dwindling populations across the country. The United States has an estimated population of fewer than 300.
Oh.
Wow. Most are found in Alaska, where there are thought to be around 2 wolverines per 1,000 square miles.
Wow.
Like bears, they walk on the soles of their feet and have curved, partially retractable claws that allow them to climb trees. They're ferocious predators that prey mainly on rabbits and rodents. All right. Although rare, there have been more sightings in Oregon than way before. They're kind of cute. Not as cute as a sloth, but kind of cute. So if you're in Eugene, Oregon, I've been there many, many times, keep your eye out. This guy lives up there.
Cool.
Don't chase it. That's what they're saying. Don't chase it.
Don't chase the wolverine?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You could take photo. Don't disturb it. Don't let him see you videoing him. They're also considered threatened in Oregon, so you can't chase them on foot or car. Leave them alone. Is what they're saying.
Wow.
This is the craziest story. Hold my beer, Kentucky.
Okay.
This is what sometimes I'm afraid of.
Okay.
Yeah, like if
It's
you're.
always Kentucky.
Well, I'm always afraid if I'm dead, people aren't gonna really. You got to make sure I'm dead. That's why I'm in favor of a Viking funeral.
Okay.
Because if you say I'm dead, fine. Put me in the boat,
Yep.
set that on fire,
So crazy.
and then I drown.
Okay.
So if I wasn't dead, I'm for sure going to be dead. I don't want to end up alive, but everybody thinks I'm dead.
Okay.
Kentucky man's organs were nearly harvested. Then the doctors realized he was still alive.
Oh!
He started crying.
Oh! 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 Oh my God.
He was moving around, kind of thrashing, like thrashing around on the bed. Natasha Miller, an organ preservationist, in the operating room. This lady was in the operating room. This occurred in October of 2021. Nobody told us till now.
Oh my God.
And we went over there, and you could see he had tears in his eyes. He was visibly crying. The doctors, two of the doctors refused to perform the organ retrieval. I would fucking hope so.
Absolutely. Jesus.
Oh, come on. He was a drug guy, and he was declared brain dead. So, but clearly he wasn't.
Oh my God. Oh, that's horrible.
The procuring surgeon said, I'm out. I don't want to have anything to do with this. It was very chaotic. Everyone was upset. The patient, 36-year-old Anthony Thomas T.J. Hoover, who had been admitted to the hospital in Richmond, Kentucky earlier that day after a drug overdose, his sister said the outlet. She had a flicker of concern when, as her brother was being taken from the intensive care unit to an operating room, she recalled seeing him open his eyes, which then began darting around the room. It was kind of his way of letting us know. In the operating room, Miller recalled the case coordinator phoning her supervisor for help once they saw signs of life. The supervisor insisted the case coordinator needed to find another doctor to do it.
Yes.
Initially, the organ retrieval was canceled. However, Hoover now lives with Rory, his legal guardian. There were apparently people that were going to go ahead and do this. That's murder.
Yeah.
You can't.
That's insane.
Oh my God. Isn't this your worst nightmare? Being alive during surgery? Well, not during surgery, just during any kind of don't bury me alive.
Right.
Don't say I'm dead and have a wake and I'm not.
No.
Oh, God.
That's horrible.
Several of us employees needed to go to therapy.
No shit.
It took a toll on a lot of people. I bet.
Yeah.
The safety of our patients, the hospital, is always our highest priority. We work closely with them and their families. Okay, not close enough. You're off a little bit there, Richmond. Tiny bit. And then you think, this poor guy's like, this is not what I meant at the DMV when I said, yeah, you can have my kidney.
Right.
Like, I didn't think I'd still be alive.
Oh, God. Is there a lawsuit?
It doesn't say yet. I'm sure there is.
Why did
Yeah.
this flush out?
Every transplant surgeon has got a story about themselves or a colleague that's had something like this. Okay, well then I don't really want to.
No.
That makes me not want to do this.
No. Ever.
Because they said they're putting pressure on people to harvest organs because there's so many waiting lists.
Oh my God.
I know. Kentucky, hold my beer. I mean, that's just. Honestly, you do hear about these things in South America more frequently than you do here.
Yeah.
Richmond, Kentucky, I'm not going to that hospital.
Oh, God, no.
No. Nah. As my dad would say, nah. Hold on. Okay. So here's a little business section.
Okay.
True Value Hardware has declared bankruptcy.
Oh.
I didn't know we still had them.
I love them.
I know we have Ace Hardwares. I love Ace.
Maybe I'm thinking of Ace. I think
You're thinking of Ace. When was the last time you saw True Value Hardware anywhere?
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah. We have it.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, they're selling substantially all of its businesses to rival Do It Best. I've never heard of that.
No.
What's Do It Best?
Nobody goes to Do It Best.
Do It Best.
God, that's terrible.
Why would you sell to those people? We don't even know who they are. It's a 75-year-old hardware store, has filed for bankruptcy and selling it all to the rival company. They said they will continue day-to-day operations selling hardware and other home goods,
Do it best.
tools. I never heard of it.
Yeah. It looks like a fake store.
It's going to remain open during these bankruptcy proceedings. Does any termites are there?
It's headquartered in Fort Wayne.
Do It Best is headquartered in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Well, I've been to Fort Wayne, Indiana. I didn't see anything called Do It
There
Best.
you go. They have
Been-
over 67,000 items at great prices.
How many floors are there? I mean, stores are there? It doesn't say how many stores Do It Best have.
Store locator. Bum-bum. Second largest co-op in the industry. It's a co-op.
I don't get it. It's a co-op.
Hang on.
So
How many stores? How many do it best?
here's a sad one.
Hang on.
All right.
4,100 stores
4,100
in 52 countries.
in 52 countries.
Yep. There are 3,300 in the U.S.
3,300 in the United States. And I go somewhere in the United States different every weekend. I've never seen one in my life.
Nope.
Huh. I'm going to start Googling the town I go to. Is there a Do It Best? And then I'm going to go. Mhm.
It's a do it best.
Here's a throwback down memory lane. TGI Fridays sparks major fears from fans as restaurant closures quietly continue.
Nobody cares.
We have talked about this before.
Nobody cares.
I am always shocked on the road. I can specifically see one right now in my head this summer at Niagara Falls where I'm like, wow, there's a Fridays and there's people in it. Now, I've been to one, I want to say I was in Nebraska or Kansas, and nobody was in there. It was in a sad, sad strip mall. And back in the day, when we would get off work, sometimes we would go to Friday. Those potato skins were the best thing on earth. You can't, and their ranch dressing was just phenomenal. They had some real winners at TGI Fridays, and it was fun back then. But then over time, it's not like something better came along. It's just they went to shit.
Yeah.
And then Applebee's kind of jacked up their game. And
For a second.
For a second. I know. I think their game is falling apart. But, dear God.
Outback's winning.
But I like that they're quietly closing. Can you call it a closure if no one ever went in? No. You're just locking it. You're not closing it. You're locking it. They've closed more than a dozen locations in the past month, including... And here's the thing. The one I went on the road, I got the potato skins. They were terrible. So disappointing.
Yeah.
Because that's not something I would normally let myself eat for lunch.
No.
Yeah, I think I'll have 6 potato skins.
Delicious.
Hope I don't gain 10 pounds. Yeah, it's so they're not announcing it. Signs posted at these locations focused in East Coast, Southeast, and Midwest described the decision as difficult and directed customers to nearby restaurants. The latest closures follow the 36 underperforming TGI locations shuttered in January. We talked about that. And several more in the summer. It has barely 200 left in the country.
Really?
I'm going to one as a send-off. I just have to figure out. The most recent closures were in Leesburg, Virginia, Allentown, Pennsylvania, Middletown, Poughkeepsie, Clifton Park, New York, and Enfield, Connecticut. Other closures include, and there's, St. Louis.
They went all in with the Jack Daniel's sauce.
The Jack Daniel's sauce, I hated it. Yeah,
Gross.
it was too sweet.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like, yeah.
Can't do it.
The TGI Fridays is not commenting. They're just saying, you just go there and find out.
Right.
It first opened in 1965. Globally, it operates more than 650. I'm always amazed when you go somewhere else in the world and you're like, they have a Fridays?
Yeah, that's weird.
What are we shipping out of America and are we thinking hard enough? Are the skins still good?
No.
Can you make the same potato skins here without the same stuff? I don't know about all that.
You can get them in the freezer section.
Oh, I did. I saw it in a Marriott Courtyard recently with Michael. They actually had Fridays frozen stuff as a choice in
Microwave.
a microwave. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right, termites. This is gonna bother people who care.
Okay.
And then I have a couple feel good stories.
People who care.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is getting ridiculous. And I need to get my yard sale under control too. Disney's hike,
Your yard sale.
meaning the apps on my TV,
Your TV is ridiculous.
and I'm paying for DirecTV, and I'm paying for, I was an NFL ticket. I think that's gone. Then I had to go get YouTube TV. The front of my TV looks like a yard sale. You can't, like a shitty hoarder. I'm like a hoarder. I'm hoarding television. I'm hoarding, yeah.
Going
Well,
on.
Disney's price hikes for its streaming plans in America's Day just a year after their last hike.
Oh.
This is getting crazy.
They hiked it too because they got the Tay-Tay movie. Remember?
Right, because the Tay-Tay movie, that was back then. They knew they could do that.
Yep.
Starting today,
Shitty.
so this is last week at some point, Disney Plus with ads has risen from $7.99 to $9.99. So $8 to $10, marking a 25% hike
That's crazy.
overnight.
Yeah.
The ad-free version is now $16, up by $2 also. Used to be $14.
That's a lot.
At Hulu, the ad-supported plan has increased by $2 to $10. The ad-free option has gone up to $19.
Wow.
For Hulu?
Who's getting popular?
Hulu's ad and stuff, I think my little pal Bill Burr just got a deal with them for a special, so that's good. They're going to go into stand-up comedy, but
Hulu has live TV. That's also.
they have live TV. Oh, that can be your
Like
TV.
YouTube TV.
Oh, okay.
So
ESPN also has raised theirs by $1 to
worth it.
$12.
Worth it.
I don't know. If I have all the games, do I need to watch people sit around and talking about the games? I don't know.
Yes. Tommy.
Tommy's broadcasting. I got Tommy on the games. I don't need the aftermath.
On the one Fox game he does.
Disney's hike plans were announced soon after streaming fans took to social media claiming they would cancel their subscriptions. I just unsubscribed. Fuck this greedy platform. One Reddit user thread person said, same, me too. That's too much of a price hike, and honestly, the content isn't worth it. Yeah, people are mad. I mean, it is kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know. If you want to add an extra member, it's $7 a month. But $10 if you want the ad-free version. I mean,
You can do it for your mom.
my mom has all this. I'm paying for that too.
Oh my god.
I know. And then I don't even know what I'm doing. And then I tell Patrick, go down and fix all that, man.
Fix it.
I have 2 feel-good stories. Hold on.
Baby cat staring at you.
Baby Cat's been up here the whole time. Yeah. She likes coming up here every now and then. Well, once a week. 2 feel-good stories.
Okay.
A Polish zoo celebrates the birth of 4 Sumatran tigers, a critically endangered species.
Fantastic.
We will put it in the show notes. They are the cutest things.
Wonderful.
They kept it a closely guarded secret for weeks due to fears that they may not survive. Officials at the Warklaw Zoo in southwestern Poland said the tigers, their numbers have dwindled to 400 in the whole world.
Wow.
Yep.
It's not a lot.
I know. They were born on July 22nd. The zoo chose not to go public with the news until they could grow a bit, gain some strength, and be vaccinated. Each cub is now double the size of a domestic cat.
Oh.
Yep. They weigh 18 pounds.
Wow.
The 4 cubs, blah, blah, blah. They are the daughters of Mother Nuri and Father Tenga, who live in Germany. The zoo hailed the birth as a breeding success on a global scale. Right, but what are we doing? Are we breeding them to live in a zoo?
Yeah, that's not nice.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how nice your zoo is, I guess. I don't know. That's a whole nother argument. But, well, sometimes I don't think we need really, with AI and with
The internet.
the internet and like, you know what, do we need an elephant in captivity? It always looks so sad.
Right.
If you want to see an elephant, you can save up all your money and, like my friend Lewis Black, and go on a safari and see an elephant.
Right.
They're there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just seems weird. These kind of tigers are the most critically endangered tiger subspecies, also increasing pressure because of poaching and shrinking jungle habitat. There are only 400 left in the wild. Sad times, but now we have 4 more. But are we going to put them out in the wild? Do they have a habitat?
I don't think you can do that.
Well, you could put them on a preserve,
You could.
and then nobody can poach them,
Right.
and then they can just learn to be tigers. Like Tonka has learned to be a chimp.
He's not a chimp. Tonka has not learned.
Tonka has learned. Yes, Tonka's living his best life. He has a friend.
This is PETA.
I believe it.
Okay.
This is a feel-good story, too. North Carolina cat turns up 8 days after his family watched him disappear in Hurricane Helene floodwaters.
Oh,
They found a cat.
cool.
Yeah. It's a really cute little white cat. He's very cute. Here's the family. They're very happy. As they watch the Cane River quickly top its banks on September 27th, Nan and her family rushed to prepare their property in North Carolina and leave. While she and her son Jonathan were moving their chicken coop to higher ground, their cat, Ricardo Blanco, a.k.a. Blanco, got out and disappeared into a nearby cove. The next time they saw him, he was on top of one of their campers, but the water level was already too high to rescue him. And this hurricane was just getting started. The family watched in horror as the camper Blanco was on began floating down the river and collided with their next-door neighbor's house. At that point, the 1.5-year-old cat jumped from the camper to the roof of the house. They saw him trying to climb a metal roof to their neighbor's house that began to float away, but he only managed to make it 3/4 of the way up. He slid down the whirling water and disappeared from sight. That would kill me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
That would be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart sank. I felt immense sadness, blah, blah, blah. Shoot, this is with an interview with Southern Living. He began running on the high path to try to save him. Jonathan, the son, did, but was stopped dead in his tracks by a power line that fell in front of him. And then they stopped going after him because they couldn't. Then 8 days after the storm, yes, Jonathan returned to their property to assess the damage and heard a meow. Blanco had made his way back home.
Nice.
Texted his mom immediately. He sent a picture. I knew it was him. They took Blanco to the vet, a free vet clinic, and he's absolutely fine. That's what's great about cats. They usually return.
Oh, baby cat just looked at you.
Baby cat likes this story.
Yeah.
He'd seen better days. They took him to the vet then, and they treated him he had an infection in an eye and both ears and some ticks. He's already been returned home.
Nice.
So
That's
see,
wonderful.
horrible hurricane.
Yay.
We raised all that money, horrible news, but sometimes good little things happen.
Yep.
And all right, I have to do.
Little things happen.
Yeah, well, that's just, it wouldn't be great to get your cat back because you thought, oh shit. And then you'd feel a little bit guilty that you did that.
Yes.
You know, well, not you didn't do it, but that you couldn't do more to help them. We got some thank yous. I'm going to do some quotes. And we're going, get on out of here, termites.
Get on now.
Get on. Go get. Salt Lake City, so much stuff came backstage. The staff was overwhelmed. Tons of greenies, funeral potatoes, that's their big thing.
Oh, in Salt Lake?
Yeah. And my friend Clark has an app on his phone, and you can take the barcode. I forget what it was called, like UCK or something weird. And it tells you the nutritional value of what's in that bag.
All right.
And I said, oh, does it do greenies? I want to know how much. Why would these cats get so fat? It doesn't do animal food.
No.
Just to let you Mormon people know, your funeral potatoes have zero nutritional value.
Oh, no.
Just, yep. That was from a recovering Mormon missionary, Denise and Lori,
Cool.
Utah termites.
That's fun.
These are Utah termites. This Budweiser was St. Louis World's Fair, because the St. Louis had the World's Fair in 1904, which is the LC year my grandpa was born. This Stein, which Bob was very impressed with that. Lori and Rick, now living in Salt Lake. Serving board, look at this.
Somebody made those.
I know, look at this. They carved it. It says, it looks like you burn it in like in wood shop.
I got one too.
Thanks for the laughs, Tammy and Sharon. Moab, Utah. Sturgis, South Dakota. I've been there. And look, it's got paddles on there
That's really
and little
cool.
Celtic designs.
Nice.
Yeah, just casually drop that off when I have Jeff and Debbie over. There you go. Look. Now, the question is, did you think I do that myself? No, of course not.
Want some cheese?
Greenies, Five Wives vodka. I do like they have a sense of humor. Hey, here's the other thing confusing about Utah. So Sunday morning, time to fly home.
Yep.
And go sit at the bar, and the bartender goes, would you like a mimosa? It's 7 a.m. on a Sunday. Yes, you bet your ass I would. And I'm shocked. New York, you can't get a drink on Sunday in a Delta Club anywhere till 10.
Yep.
New York, the city that doesn't sleep. Bullshit, you're asleep. These Utah people are up and offering me liquor at the airport. And then I want to go, if I get your mimosa, am I allowed to move out of this chair? Where can I go? What can I do with it? Where can I go? It's just crazy.
That's funny.
Polygamy beer, that's so funny. I've seen it too. There's a whole bar at the airport, the polygamous something. It's fun. It's like, it might be the seven. Is it the seven?
Yeah.
That's from Ingrid Monique Jacqueline. The salt, my ladies, these are the unknown faithful Mormites. So they brought other stuff too. And more beer. There was so much beer.
They brought breast cancer stuff. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ferminites. What is a Furmanite?
I don't know.
Are they furries?
I hope so.
Furry Mormons?
I hope so.
Are they furry Mormons? So you're a Furmanite?
We just made
Amanda
that up.
and Harry? And a blank joke book and a very fancy candle, which I appreciate from Andy and Sam, the children.
The children.
The children.
The children.
And then these shout outs from the post office box as I was getting horrible yelled at.
Yeah, there's another voicemail.
I know.
Already.
It's all the older black women. They like yelling at me.
Yeah. Miss Kathleen.
Miss Kathleen, I mean, come on. How long it been now? You still alive? Come get your shit. All right.
Get your shit.
I will do it. I got a pickle singing Christmas ornament. That's the Home Depot manager termite. Oh, Lacey manages a Home
Pulled it
Depot.
right off the cart. Yeah,
Wow.
we're saving
Pickleball playing pickle singing Christmas ornament. Yeah, I saw.
that plays pickleball.
The hickory sticks, Renata of Calgary. And I shared some of those with my friend Laura. And she's like, what in God's name are these things you sent in this box? They're delicious. Why don't we? I'm like, yep. They're very good.
Oh, Canada.
Picnic string potatoes for airplanes, great. And jackalope earrings, they're very cute. Cynthia and Todd. The handmade pens. Dennis from Columbus, Missouri. Why were you? Oh, but that got sent. I was like, that's not Utah. Yeah, they're really fancy. And you guys, I don't need all these presents. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But don't feel like you have to. But if it's something,
You like.
yeah, I don't know. My Bigfoot pint glass, yes. And now we're gonna go look for the one that's an unknown termite via Amazon. I don't know who sent it, but I got it. Just to let you know. Homemade crocheted scarf, Isabel. El Paso termite. I don't get to work in El Paso.
No.
No,
You need
they
to learn
say
Spanish.
I gotta learn Spanish.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to extend this career into my 90s if
Exactly.
I don't? Right. T-Tal, Shannon, D.C. Presidential cat toy. They love. They're weird about toys. So somebody sent something.
Cat. It's a Trump cat toy.
A Trump cat. Oh, the Trump guy. It's the Donald Trump cat toy. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is it till the election? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That was from Amber, Sharon, and Ked. Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah. 2.5.
Well, Charlie, my little friend last night at the Ryman, said he was doing a joke about this man had a bunch of bumper stickers on his thing. All of them would kind of compete with, say, the idea of Harris Waltz. Like, we don't have alarms here. I have guns. Like that kind of a. And then it said Harris Waltz. When he said Harris Waltz, at the Ryman in Nashville, Tennessee, I would say 40% cheered out of the gate and then 60% booed. I'd say it was a 60-40 thing.
They're loud.
Maybe 50-50. No, I don't.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
It's getting close.
It's going to be too close, and that's going to be a problem.
Yep.
That's what I foresee.
Yep.
I'm stocking up on, well,
Supplies.
I don't really have to. I have enough liquor here for 18 people for a year. Something happens. If there's another
You have
COVID,
a liquor room.
termites, you're welcome to walk over in Nashville.
Walk over.
Yeah, I think it's going to be weird. Day drinking in Omaha koozie. Laura, Molly, Katie.
They're coming
They're coming?
to the Steel House.
Oh, to the Steel House in Omaha. I can't believe how fast those tickets sell. I mean, it's great. Yeah. I got some beer money. The Jaws mints. I love the Jaws mints. And I always hold on to that tin because I don't know where I'd find it again. And then another time I'd send some more. That's from Todd and Cindy. We're almost out of here. Halloween catnip toys, Haribo Bears. Michael Punny, New York. Mashed potato scented candle. Delicious. I know. A lot of stuff from Tara in Nanacoke, Pennsylvania. And jackalope koozies came from an unknown termite. So I don't know where they came from.
Fun.
Yeah.
The termites want to know if you're going to be anything for Halloween.
Nope. What is the bartender's name in the Delta Lounge? The young one.
Riley.
The girl, Riley. The girl, Riley. Riley is like, Kathleen, what are you going to be for Halloween? And I looked at her because I had a morning screwdriver and I'm going to go on my 275th night of the year on the road. I go, Riley, that is a question I haven't thought about since I was probably 9. I think it's fun. Other people want to do it. I'm not a creative person like that.
No.
Every year I would just go as a hobo, and that was fine, politically correct back then.
Hobo.
Well, my mom wasn't buying costumes. You had to make your own.
Not even when you were an adult?
As an adult, no, I didn't go as anything. I worked, or I handed out candy,
And now you're going to wear your
and I
baby
make
cat
the
shirt.
kids do it.
You can wear your baby
I'm
cat
going to wear
shirt.
my Baby Cat Halloween shirt, which those have been, we stole a shit ton, which is good.
They
Thank you, termites.
Sold out. You're taking the rest to Wilmington. That's it.
Wilmington and not Spartanburg.
And Spartanburg.
And Spartanburg.
Spartanburg.
You just made it. You just
Spartanburg.
made it Swedish. We're going to Spartanburg, Spartanburg, South Carolina.
You're taking those.
I will be taking those, I guess,
It's the last
if that's what
batch.
I'm told to do. No, Halloween. No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. I'm not a visually creative person. I am creative with words.
Okay.
Like my niece Emily is very visual. Like her Instagram, there's just the strangest pictures, but they're all extremely interesting.
Cool.
She sees, I think I just move fast and don't see things like that. Or I don't know. I'm moving on. Like
Duck and sway.
I duck and sway. I gotta get out, you gotta get moving. Let's get going. Here's a little howl just in honor of Bigfoot being in Missouri. That's what it sounds like. That's what they say.
Update on Pinky Tito and your progress.
Pickleball's happening tonight.
Nice.
Yep. I think so. Or golf. I don't know. 9 holes of golf. It's getting dark too early. It makes me sad.
Is Pinky Tito, is he better?
Pinky Tito played lights out because I told him you cannot arrive here hungry. And I am going to bring god-awful power bar bullshit and make you eat it if you haven't eaten. We're not here to win, but I'm not here to do all the work either, Pinky. You got to keep your side of the net going. No, he was good last week. He was very good.
Is there money involved?
No, there's no money. No, there's just drinks. And then we don't even play to the right score. I don't even know what. We just decided it'd be 11 or 12. I don't even know.
You don't even know what you played to?
No, I don't know.
I'm going to come play.
And then when you're done, you get a seltzer with the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have to play a whole game for a seltzer?
No, you don't have to play the whole game for a seltzer. If someone declares seltzer time, you just have to abide by that. So it could be 7-2. Yeah, because of the way they set that game up, sometimes it can take a long time to score. You got to get your serve back. Yeah. You got to do that. And then one ball, I got 7 points in a row. And then Pinky's like, we have to keep using that ball. I'm like, Pinky, they're going to catch on.
That ball.
They're going to catch on because it's a darker yellow. The other ones are more neon green. He's like, no, I'm going to hide it in my pocket and then tell him we need more balls and I'll confuse him. I'm like, this is a super, super complicated strategy.
Wow.
You know what, Pinky? You throw me whatever ball you'd like me to hit.
Done.
Yeah.
I like the green ball better.
The green ones seem a little bouncier. I don't know. This is a concrete thing. Are they all concrete?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
No.
Who cares?
You gotta look into it. Doesn't matter.
It's fun. And it's warm again for this week
It's
until it
ridiculous.
gets cold.
It's 80.
Until it's not.
So dumb.
So I recommend you go watch Anatomy of Lies. I recommend The Dateline if you can go backwards in time and find the 2-hour one about Ken Reed, the Bastin.
It's in the notes.
Okay, great. It's in the notes. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, definitely worth a watch.
Disney Plus.
A lot of guest appearances that are also awesome. And I have a podcast that I like, but I have to go look it up.
Oh, it's in the notes.
It's in the notes. I have a Karen Reed one I like,
Yeah.
but then there's a new one about Nashville. Once Upon a Time in Nashville,
Yeah.
about a murder.
Yep. It's great.
And she was a Harpeth Hall girl. And if you don't know what Harpeth means, a Harpeth girl is a private girls' school here in Nashville, established in 1865, so post-Civil War. The families that had money. Reese Witherspoon is a graduate, as was Minnie Pearl, which I was shocked.
Yeah.
She didn't seem like she came from that kind of money and hustle, that thing.
No.
It's about a murder. I'm like 3 episodes in, and what's crazy is I know a shit ton of people that they're talking about. And I don't know. Or it's a murder or a suicide.
Yeah.
You have to decide.
Lynette Woodward.
Lynette Woodward is who?
She's a famous graduate. Amy Grant.
Amy Grant is a Harpeth?
Yeah. Lyndon Wiseman, an Olympic equestrian.
Of course there's an equestrian.
And Anne Dallas Dudley, who's a suffragette.
A suffragette. Oh, how throwback, darling.
wonderful.
How throwback.
Yeah, wonderful.
And I guess that's it. Football, going great. And
Yeah, you're
I'm crushing. My pick and pool, I came in second out of 37 people,
Boom.
and it was a rollover week, so I got paid twice. Boom, which paid my entry fee, which is always my goal in the pick and pool.
Cool.
Can I just cover my buy-in? And I did. Ashley beat me by points. And I was working last night, and I couldn't even watch the games. I was so disappointed. I'm like, I really need to focus.
Yeah.
My team needs me.
Needs a little
They need me there. They need my energy.
What are you going to do in Spartanburg and Wilmington?
I don't know what I'm going to do in those towns, but I'll tell you this. I read Southern Living, that magazine, because I really like their cocktail recipes and I like their designing ideas.
Cool.
And they had an article about the 30 best small towns in the South, and Spartanburg and Wilmington both made it.
Cool.
Yep. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure I've been. I think I've been to Wilmington. Yeah.
I've never been to Wilmington.
Is that where they did Cape Fear?
I don't know.
Google Cape Fear, Wilmington, North Carolina.
The movie?
Uh-huh.
It wasn't filmed in Cape Fear? Where?
Well, I think they said it was Cape Fear. Like they're saying the Gilded Age is New York City, but it's really Troy half the time.
Savannah.
Savannah did Cape Fear?
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
Yep.
Well, back to where I started.
1962.
1962. I still have no idea.
Wilmington was Dawson's Creek.
Wilmington was Dawson's Creek. I never watched it, but I knew it was called Dawson's Creek. And when Tom Cruise went on Oprah and she said, "Oh, tell us about your new girlfriend," he said, "Oh, Katie is wonderful. Katie is it? Kate." No, he changed her name to Kate.
Yeah.
She's on Dawson Creek. He didn't even know the name. He forgot the S. I'm like, oh, dude, you did not read her resume good enough when they submitted it to you, because that show.
I'll print this off for you. You can go. 128 episodes were filmed in Wilmington.
Of Dawson's Creek?
Dawson's Creek.
Well, I don't care about Dawson's Creek.
You will after this.
No.
You'll see everything.
No, there's got to be something better to do in Wilmington.
Okay.
I don't want to go see. No.
Top things to do.
In Wilmington, I would imagine they have a lot of breweries. North Carolina loves to brew beer.
Oh, there's Sunset Sail Tours.
Sunsets. See, I really think they filmed other shit there.
Bike rides. Oh, you can go to the battleship.
I like a battleship every now and then.
There's a mansion. It's a plantation.
A plantation. Well, we are in the South.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything's a plantation at one point, I assume.
We'll find some shit for you to do.
All right, termites. Well, I hope you guys are having fun, and we'll see you down the road.
Get ready for Halloween.
Well, I got all kinds of. Hardly anyone comes to this house because I'm in the back of the cove and it's kind of dark.
That's not very inviting.
Yeah, and I don't have any decorations. I just want to see who's brave enough to turn the corner of the driveway because I'm kind of hidden back in the corner of the cove. And if you're brave enough, you're going to hit gold. I got all kinds of shit. Yep.
Want a beer?
I want to put it all in a bowl and then go meet Dorf for beers and tell the kids, take one, and yes, I have a camera on you. And just see what happens.
The raccoons will take you.
No shit, the raccoons. My God, there's a whole family. I keep thinking of that lady where there was 100.
It's terrible.
I know, and these cats don't do anything.
No, look at her.
Look at her.
So lazy.
All right, termites. Are we ready? Night, night, termites.